channel. Sorry it's a bit bouncy. Emergency rescue mission. The Discovery that is going for its MOT today is broken down. On the way to its MOT. So I'm just going out there to see what's going on with it, why it's broken down and what's happening. So hopefully we can sort it out. Just got to find him first. So we'll see if we can see where he is. I've got cars behind me. Oh, I can see him, I've just passed him. I can turn round. Go back up to him and see what's going on with it. Road full of people. This is the trials and tribulations of Land Rovers. Nobody ever knows when a car is going to break down. I mean, we've gone over everything with that. Thought everything was sweet as a nut. But one thing it has got is quite a small battery. For the size of the car, it's definitely got a wrong battery. So, let's have a look what's going on. The wrong orientation on that one. I'm doing a breakdown. Breakdown video. What's happening?
Well, it just it seemed to make like a whooshing noise at one point as I was coming down the road, and I thought a window was open.
Have you looked at the belts post?
I had a look and I couldn't see any belts broke, and they make now funny noises, and then it just cut out and coasted around the corner.
Is it turning over in that though?
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, turn it on. Let's see.
Right. It's showing fuel.
Yeah.
Right. Everything's.
The immobiliser light's on.
Yeah. Everything's working. Battery light and handbrake light are on.
So battery light's on.
Yeah. And.
Well, start.
That's all we get.
Okay. So we got no lights on it while start. That's weird, eh? That's weird, because it's turning over.
Yeah, I thought the battery terminal might come loose, but the battery's
It's turning over. I've got the multimeter, we'll just check what that battery's giving out. That battery's too small for the car, as we can see, but it's turning the car over. So, why are you going? I'll come back to you. Situation report. We have towed it back to the unit because it broke down, as you saw from the video. We put a jumper on it just to get the battery turning over, make sure we've got enough juice in the battery. That did nothing. We purged the fuel again. We could hear the fuel pump going, so we think the fuel pump's okay. We hooked it up to the Hawkeye. That gave us no information whatsoever. We've hooked it up to the LR2 car soft. That gave us no information whatsoever. Nothing says anything's wrong with it. So we've got ourselves a crank position sensor because we think it might be that, but we're just throwing parts at it right now. So we're going to put one of these on and see if that helps. That is located on the gearbox bell housing up inside here. Up in here. Up there, somewhere up there on top at the 1 o'clock position. So we'll put that on. It's a bit fiddly to get up there, but we'll put that on and we'll see what that does. Okay, sensor fitted. Bring the car back down. And then we'll see what happens. And down. Chuck that video in for us, William, on please. Will you chuck that video in? I'm going to put a chain on it. Oh, it's on the thing, see?
What's on what?
Go down. It's just on the last one. Okay, moment of truth for the 10th time. Let's see what happens. Don't know if we'll have enough battery, but we'll give it a go. Can you hear the pump? And now, nothing. You know that, and the battery's on its last legs now. Rep. Crank sensor did nothing. Waste of 30 quid. Now we've heard under the bonnet when the pump's on, you can hear a hissing sound, like the pump's sucking air through. So what we're gonna do is make sure that all these are still connected and we haven't had one pop off. If they're all connected, we're gonna have to trace the fuel pipes, see where they go, make sure one's not split, something's not come off, but it definitely sounds like it's sucking air through. If this doesn't fix it, we'll show you in a sec what's happening with it, and we'll show you the noise from under the bonnet. But we'll get this out and show you what's underneath. The plugs are on. We hoped one would have come off. We can hear the pump running, and it doesn't sound like there's any air problems in this area.
No.
But somewhere is definitely sucking air through. I'll lift the bonnet and show you what we're talking about underneath. The noise under the bonnet we're getting is, you can hear that, it's definitely the sound of air being sucked through somewhere. So we're going to see if we can find out what that is. Right, we're back. We believe that it's the fuel regulator that's the issue, which is located down there on the side of the engine. We've took it off. Sounds like it's drawing massive amounts of air in through something, and we think it's that. There it is. Bought a rebuild kit for it and rebuilt the inside of it. 45 quid. We've got a new gasket to go on there, and then we bolt it onto the engine. Put the hoses back on, and hopefully that stopped that air sucking noise, and we'll get some fuel through it.
Yeah, I've tested that.
Yeah, with the regulator off and the pipe, the feed pipe just sort of in the air, we've turned the pump on and it sprays fuel out, as you can see by this shiny fuel on the top of the bonnet there. So we'll get that fitted, bolted on. It's just 3 bolts, and then we'll see if that's fixed the problem, see if it'll run. I'm going to see what happens. Foot hard to the floor. That's the best we've got so far. We've got some noise. Hey! It's rough, and we've got an engine light on. So we're going to have to find out what that is. We'll put the Hawkeye on there and find out why we've now got an engine management light, which we never had before. That could be because it's been rough. But thank the Lord. I don't know, but they say very good. We had a noise which was not a nice noise. And it cut out. But it's going again now. I don't know why that was. We'll get the thing on, see what the light was. So I've got the Hawkeye plugged in, and we'll see what's going on here. You probably won't be able to see any of this on this screen. It's quite bright. So it's a Discovery 2. Oh, there we go. And what we want is Discovery 2. EMS. td5. Yep, I'm using the right cable. And this is on. Read codes. So what we've got. High temperature Fuel temperature high, fault logged. Well, we've had all that out, the temperature sensor and everything, so it could be something to do with that. But that's all we've got, so we'll remove it and see if it comes back on. Oh, we've got high speed crank cinch loss logged. Road speed missing. And that's it. So let's clear them because it has been a bit of a mare to start. Turn it off.
Have you done that?
Yep. And wait 15 seconds to clear codes. Let's clear. Turn ignition on. Performing test. The engine management light's off. We'll see what it's like when it starts in a sec. All codes have been cleared. Let's see that. Okay. So that has sorted that out. Now it's a case of driving it around the car park and see if it cuts out or see if it continues to run. So we'll back it out and give it a drive and see what happens. Right, so as you saw, the car is running and it started, it run okay, but as soon as you put any acceleration on, it starts running rough, misfiring. Put the oil coil on it and that has said that it's got a noisy crank sensor signal and all of the gibberish from the crank sensor. We did put a new crank sensor in it when this all started. So what we've done now is we've put the old one back in and we're going to see what happens when we use that one. I'm hoping that that solved the problem. But the Hawkeye is saying crank sensor problem, and it seems like that because as soon as you accelerate and put a bit of speed into the flywheel, it's picked up at the gearbox that it's not doing the right thing. So let's try it again. This has been an absolute nightmare. So it should start, hopefully. Let's try. Let's turn the thing off. It starts nice. Now let's give it a bit of acceleration. And we can now accelerate without it cutting out or having any problems. So that crank sensor we bought was obviously a piece of poo. Looks like it's working now. We're going to have a little rip around the car park like we was just about to going to do, and just make sure that it's all working fine before we take it for an MOT, because we don't want it to break down on the way again. So we'll pull the stand out and we'll go for a drive.